calling attention motion moved by my colleague Sankalp Amonkar. First and foremost, Honorable Speaker, please look at his motion. His motion speaks with these words: at present, deletion requires a separate application under the Registration of Electors Rules 1960. It is submitted the government may consider instituting a simplified, mandatory and time-bound mechanism whereby issuance of death certificate triggers facilitation of deletion of the deceased person's name from the electoral roll through Form 7 or its digital equivalent. First thing, Honorable Speaker, these are central government rules. These are framed by Parliament. The state government has absolutely no jurisdiction to interfere or make an amendment or make a provision for 1960 rules which are framed by the central government. The central government in its wisdom has thought that even when they are creating this list, enumeration list for deletion of voters, you have to give a notice to the electors who are on the roll. In the Bihar SIR case, when it was being fought, the Election Commission came to the Supreme Court and said, no voter will be deleted without giving notice. The attempt to do this, apart from without being jurisdiction, is a means to bypass the statutory provisions. It's a means to defranchise people without notice and declare people dead if they are not really dead and knock them off from the roll. This is not possible. This is the first objection I have got to this. The second, now with this SIR coming, the Election Commission has told the Supreme Court, we will also publish names of people who are being deleted. What they did was, they already issued one enumeration list where they identified people as EF refused, which means enumeration form refused, death, untraceable, absent, and permanently shifted. Now, I have got here with me a list of 159 names in booth number 20, part number 20 of my constituency, where 159 names have been marked as dead, untraceable. Now, this is very interesting. I will just read some names. There is Neeta Shripad Thali, shown as untraceable, absent. Sikandar Shripad Thali, he is a lawyer, is my colleague, he goes to the court, he is practicing. Very well known, very well respected family in the village. Vidya Sagar Thali, they all said untraceable, absent. They are not even gone for a holiday, they are just here. Glenn Thomas Gomes, Godfrey Thomas Gomes, two brothers, just knocked off from the list by saying untraceable, absent. Very much active in the village, everybody knows them. How does the BLO not know these people? What kind of a work? Now, why I am saying this? This list which has been given of absent, untraceable is published on a website. But these people's names are not in the draft SIR. They are just knocked off without a show cause notice. After the Election Commission said, we will give you a show cause notice before deletion, they were very much there in October 2025 list. They voted at ZP elections, they voted at every election, but suddenly they are now off that list. And what they do is, they bring out one more list called not mapped list, which is not put in public domain. The people whose names with photographs are in the final draft SIR roll, they are getting notices. So one side you look up and they say you can go and check it up on the website. So you go on the website, you find your name is there, your photo is there, you're happy. But that side you're getting notice. Some are not getting notice. What is going on? So your attempt is to defranchise people from this. Now in this same part, same booth, I want to tell Honorable Speaker that there are now, see I told you 159 absent dead and not mapped are actually 365. Now if not mapped are not there, this entire roll now, after this, the draft roll has got 434 voters. If 434 voters and 359 are removed, 365 are removed, we'll only have 69 voters remaining on the part. That means you're cleaning it up. I can't understand what kind of an exercise the Election Commission is doing, what exercise the BLO is doing, and how this can be allowed. This is very dangerous. In fact, the state government should carry out an exercise of telling the Election Commission, your exercise is not proper, it is being done in a hurry, It's not correct to say we should be first in Goa, we should be first in India to do something. Nothing like that. You do something badly, it will affect us, it will affect the future generations. And it is the duty of the state government, realizing this grave situation, to tell the election commission, you need to extend this time for filing objections. I have told people who have marked dead, absent, and if all that is wrong in that list, please object. And they are asking people to file new Form 8, means as if you are a new elector for the first time. So thereafter what will happen? When you go through the process of scrutiny, in the next roll, not in this final roll, next roll your name may come, and which means you will not be in the final SIR roll which comes in February 2026. This is absolutely dangerous. My respectful submission is that this motion cannot be passed by the House in the manner in which it is. In fact, the state government should by itself, realizing the gravity of the situation, because, Honorable Speaker, if you go to the website of Election Commission to enroll a voter in frequently asked questions, there is question number 13. Who can be enrolled in? What about my residence? It even says a person who resides under a tree can be made. There's not even a house number. And some which we saw in some states, 000 house number, because he resides under a tree. But they put a rider. The officer will have to visit their place 2-3 times to find out that he is available, at least sleeping there 3 times a day. 3 times he should visit to finding him. So if you can find somebody under a banyan tree or under a mango tree, sleeping there, and he can be enrolled, you're deleting people who live in houses. How can it be possible? So I object to this resolution, this calling attention motion. Instead, I request the government to take up this matter with Election Commission to have a free and fair electoral process.
तुम्ही पळयतात GNH.